6. Let's do 20, no. What? Yeah. 24 and 6200ths divided by 25. So set up my standard algorithm. 24 and 6200ths goes on the inside. 25 is going to go on the outside. And now I'm going to divide. Can 25 go into 2 evenly? No. So since this is the first number, I'm going to skip it. Can 25 go into 24 evenly? No. So again, since this is this is the beginning of the problem, I'm going to skip that, and now we're going to go to 246. Can 25 go into 246 evenly? It can. And y'all notice how I just ignored the decimal. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Ignore it. We ain't worried about it. So I said 246. So it can go into it. How many times? I have no idea. But that's why I need to go to the side and just solve some random problems. So I'm going to do 25 times 5 first, just because that's my middle number. 5 times 5 is 25. I put my 5, carry my 2. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. So I get 125. It's, close to 246. It's not higher than it, but I want to get closer to that number. So I'm going to multiply by 6 and see what I get. 5 times 6 is 30. I put my 0, carry my 3. 2 times 6 is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. Okay, well, that's still kind of low, so I'm going to skip a few numbers, and I'm going to do 25 times 8 and see if that gets me any closer to 246. Five times 8 is 40. I'll put my 0, carry my 4. 2 times 8 is 16. 16 plus 4 is 20. Okay, I got closer. I'm at 200, but I want to get as close to 246 as I can. So I'm going to do 25 times 9. 5 times 9 is 45. Put my 5, carry my 4. 2 times 9 is 18. And then 18 plus 4 is 22. That's as close as I'm going to get, because if I do 25 times 10, I'm going to get 250. So I'm going to put 9 above the 6. 9 times 25, I just did it, is 225. 6 minus 5 is 1. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. Remember, my next step is to bring down the next number, which is 2. Now I need to figure out how many times 25 can go into 212. Well, lucky for me, I did some scratch work. And right here, out of all the numbers I've multiplied, I see that 200 is as close as I'm going to get to 212. So I multiply 25 times 8 to get that. So I'm going to put 8 above the 2. 8 times 25 is 200. We're going to subtract. 2 minus 0 is 2. 1 minus 1 is 1. 2 minus 2 is 0. Well, 25 cannot go into 12, and I can't put remainder 12 because I'm working with the decimal. So I'm going to add a 0 to my dividend. Put 0, bring it down. Now I need to figure out how many times 25 can go into 120. Now, if I look at the scratch work that I've done, I see I have 125. That is higher than 120, so that tells me that I need to multiply 25 by a number less than 5 to see if I can get close to 120. So I'm going to do 25 times 4. 5 times 4 is 20, so I'll put my 0, carry my 2. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 100. That's as close as I'm going to get because if I do 25 times 3, I'm going to get a smaller number than that. So I'm going to do 100 right here. Make sure I don't forget to write my 4 above the 0. 4 times 25 is 100. I'm going to subtract. 0 minus 0 is 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. And then 1 minus 1 is 0. 25 can't go into 20, so I'm going to add another 0. And so now I need to see how many times 25 can go into 200. Well, luckily for me, I did scratch work, as y'all probably should too, to make your life easier. And I see here that 25 can go into 200 8 times. So we're going to write 8 on the outside, or not on the outside, on the top. 8 times 25 is 200. Subtract, and I get 0. Now that I've zeroed out and I don't need to divide anymore, I'm done solving, but I'm not done with my answer. So, remember, whenever we have a decimal or whenever we're dividing a decimal, all you have to do is just bring the decimal point up. So our answer is decimal 9848. So remember, it's extremely important that we put the numbers that we have multiplied 25 by in the right spots on top of the dividend, because if not, you'll get a completely different answer when you bring that decimal point up. So it's very important, if you can't go into the first digit, that you put an X above it. So that helps you know where your numbers should be placed on the top of the dividend. Okay? So we are done. Make sure you do your your independent practice. After you've done this, use this video to help you, and use the notes that you just took to help you as well. If you have any questions, let me know.